Hi, and welcome back to this week's edition of Hawk Talk. As you can see, we finally have Coulter back with us. How does it feel to be back?
You know, it's really good to be back, and I'm super happy to be here.
Good. I'm Ellie Hanser.
And I'm Coulter Hickok.
And as you can see, we have an amazing guest here this week with us. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what you do here at DSU?
Yep. I'm Gress Jones. I'm a senior here at Dickinson State. I'm majoring in physical education, and I'm on the wrestling team.
That's awesome. So I know you've had an amazing career. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got to Dickinson?
Yep. Like we were saying, talking about earlier, everyone always asks this question, kind of. I started off in Minnesota. I committed there to be a Gopher, and I went there for a full year and then one semester. And Trace, my little brother, was a senior at the time, and he was picking between Mary and Dickinson, and I told him, whatever one you pick, I'm going to follow you to, and we've been living together ever since. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So what do you do specifically, and what does the team do to get ready for their different matches?
You know, it's with wrestling, it's kind of different. I mean, depending on if you're in a duel or a tournament. If you're in a duel, you have an hour. You weigh in, and you have an hour only, so you can't pig out right away because
Right.
you get a rock in your stomach, and then you're gonna wrestle like crap. But with tournaments, you can eat a little more because you have 2 hours. But pretty much, what we all do is we get about 20 minutes for a duel, get some food and drinks in your belly, something quick that's going to fuel you a little bit, make you feel a little better, and then get a hard warm-up in for 10, 15, 20 minutes, finish it off with some sprints, and then just kind of do your own thing. Most guys listen to music and stuff, but I'm like I said, I'm a basic guy. I listen to music at practices, but when I'm in the tournaments, I'm pretty zoned in. I like to just kind of focus, think about what I'm going to be doing during the match and what I need to do to win. So.
If you were to listen to music, and it was your top song right now, what would it be?
Machine Gun Kelly, Why Are You Here? Right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
it yet.
Yeah,
but
you better check it out.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I'm going to do that right after this interview.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You are consistently scoring a lot of points for your team, like as the whole team. But when you guys wrestled Haver, you weren't able to wrestle.
Yep.
Who did you see step up? I mean, the team still was putting up good points, and it was a close loss. Who did you see step up in that tournament?
Jamie Mullins has been a huge bright spot this year for us. I mean, every year he's one of those grinder kids. He's always in the room. He's always doing the tough things, and he's always beating guys at the end of matches because he wants it more than them. And this year he's starting to beat those top-ranked kids and get his name out there a little more. So I'm really happy for him. He's doing super well in the tournaments. And in that Haver duel, I mean, you got to look at Trey Fishbach. He's a 41-pounder, and he bumped up to 157 and beat a kid.
Oh, wow.
Beat a kid. So I mean that just boosted the whole team morale right there. And going against Northern, that's a top 10 team right there. And we gave them a really tough match without a couple of our guys in the lineup. So it was good.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
exciting.
Yeah.
You know, this is a question that we like to ask our seniors. If you could give your freshman self advice, what would it be?
My freshman self, and oof. Well, with wrestling, I would just say do more. You can always do more. I mean, as a freshman, a lot of kids are always nervous and scared, and they don't want to go and ask those seniors, hey, can I get a workout in? Can I come in and practice with you a little bit? They just kind of do their own thing a little bit and stay off to the side. But pick out one of those seniors. Be under them a little bit. Learn from them and stuff like that. And in school, I'd say just show up to class. You got to show up to class. That's half the battle. If you show up to class, you're gonna get close with the teachers, and you're gonna know them. They're gonna know that you're at least trying to pass the class, and you want to be there. So.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, we got this staple question of all Hawk Talk. I mean, you probably know it already. You know what's coming. But what does DSU mean to you?
I was just talking about this actually a little bit. The coach was asking about what I'm thankful for DSU, and I mean, it starts every day when I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning and I get to see my girlfriend, who I've been with for a very long time now. I get to see my brother. I get to see one of my best friends, Dirk Wolf, and my cousin. So it starts in the morning every day, and then I get to go to practice, and I get to see my coach and all the wrestlers and my friends who I care about a lot, and I get to battle with every single day in practices and tournaments. And then I'm really the whole family atmosphere and just being with everybody here. Like the coaches, I don't even, like, when I was at Minnesota, if you weren't on the wrestling team, the track coaches, the football coaches, the basketball, any of those guys, they didn't know your name even. Here, I talk to Stanton every day about wrestling stuff and football stuff. I talk to Whitkoff all the time. We're just it's a close unit here, and I really love that, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, we got a gift for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Sweet.
Our crowd involvement was a little slow, as you can see. It says I flew on Hawk Talk,
Perfect.
and we are sponsored by Immovable Ministry, so we always have to give them a little shout out too. So.
Good. Well,
So,
thank
Gresh,
you.
we want to thank you for coming on Hawk Talk. We're going to wish you luck in everything that you're going to do and everything that you will do with wrestling. And then we'll be right back with another guest.
Hey guys, it's Tyler with Immovable Ministries here, and I'm so excited to be able to be the sponsor for this year's Hawk Talk. If you'd like to find out more about Immovable Ministries, you can visit our website at immovableministries.com.
Hi, and welcome back to Hawk Talk. As you can see, we have a new guest on. He has never been on Hawk Talk before, so this is his first time. It's
Very
pretty
exciting.
exciting. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what you do here at DSU?
I'm Monte Carlo. I'm from Fort Yates, North Dakota. I'm a basketball player. I'm a junior, and I'm doing exercise science.
Okay.
Very nice. Can you tell us a little about your journey? I know that you were from United Tribes Community College, so tell us about your journey from there to DSU.
Well, so I went JUCO, and 'cause I was really small coming out of high school, so I didn't really have any big offers, and so I just worked really hard there, and I played 2 seasons there, and I did really good my sophomore year, actually. I was 5th in the country in scoring.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I was first in 3-pointers made, percentage, and then so I actually signed Division II, but it didn't work out. So I talked to Coach Vaughn, and I felt like this is the best fit for me. It's smaller and it's closer to home. So
Right. Right. Well, I mean, it definitely shows that you had such a great season there. I mean, I don't know why we were surprised. You've been leading the Hawks, I mean, this whole way.
Just about every game.
Yeah, just about every game. And so it's been really fun to see. And that is interesting. I did not realize that you were going to go to a different D2 school. So what kind of caught your eye about Dickinson to bring you here?
just the atmosphere around here. It's just like how he was saying that everyone's like a family, and it's all small, and it's closer to home. So it's a no-brainer. So I'm gonna
Good.
pick.
Good. And it's nice to be close to home. I mean, yeah, that's like probably one of the best things about coming here is, I think for a lot of us, is like being close to home. I mean, I think that's like one of the main things. So how has it been adjusting to this new team and to a new coach?
I actually really like it. We're like family, and we have so much good players. Like everyone's really talented, and the coach. I love the coach. He's kind of like a father figure, so that's really nice to have when you're playing for a team. And I just really love the atmosphere, the crowd, everything.
Was it different adjusting to a new coach with a different coaching style, or was it a pretty easy transition?
It was pretty easy. I feel like he's helping me more, or become a better player, and whether it's defensively or being a better teammate, just everything.
Good. Good.
So I got a little bit of a fun question for you. If you were able to pick any superpower, what would it be and why?
Fly. I'd actually want to fly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be a better advantage for you on the court or something like that?
A little easier to
Fly
dunk.
past
Little
everyone.
bit.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah.
That would be kind of nice, and you'd have a good view of the court too.
That or like teleport, so you can teleport to each spot.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
I like that.
All right. What about you, Ellie?
I was thinking about this earlier. I think mind control would be kind of cool.
Really?
Like, you don't think that?
I mean, my power was going to be like telekinesis, but that involves mind control.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, we kind of go hand in hand. That's, I guess, why we make good hosts.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But I think mind control would be cool. I mean, everyone's kind of been doubting me on this today, but mind control.
Yeah,
Just think about it a little
that's-
bit.
That's a good one,
Yeah?
actually.
Sure,
yeah.
Mind
probably make you
games?
think about
Yeah.
it. Mind
Just like
control.
if they're like playing defense on you and you kind of tell them to.
Yeah,
Let me go
exactly.
by you.
Yeah, yeah, like fall maybe. Okay, that was kind of
Crossover.
yeah.
So, kind of transitioning back into basketball. I know you guys had like really close games, and I know some of them were a little sour. But like, what has you guys learned from those? Like, has there anything that's like stuck out in particular that you could learn from those really close games?
Yeah. You know, those are tough ones. Really, really tough. And like going in the game, you're thinking like, oh, I could have did this better. I could do this better. But we just gotta just finish out the game. Just keep going harder. We just gotta fight, and whoever wants it more is gonna get it at the end of the game. And I feel like now that we got a couple wins in, I feel like it's just we're gonna keep tackling more on.
Right. And I think that it was kind of good to see you guys had a tough loss against Viterbo this Friday in Viterbo, but you did come back and had an amazing team win against Waldorf. So it was, I mean, do you think that it's that mentality that's driving you to win these closer games?
Oh yeah, that we played really good as a team. We played good defense, team defense, and at the beginning of Viterbo, we weren't going as hard. I feel like we weren't more like mentally ready, and we kind of caught back up at the end. And so we have to kind of fight like that every game, play like that every game, and so that kind of transitioned into the next game, and that's how we got the win.
Yeah, and it's really exciting to see. I mean, we've been following you guys pretty closely all throughout your season, so seeing some closer games, you know, finishing out is amazing because you guys do have some top scorers consistently, and there's like 4 or 5 of you that have been always up there. So it's good to see, you know, all of that hard work throughout the season finally starting to pay off, and it'll be a good back half of the season. You guys have had a lot of away games. Do you have a preference between home and away games?
I like home just because everyone's cheering for you.
Right.
You know, you don't have anyone just like saying stuff to you in the crowd. But I really like the atmosphere here, so it makes the games a lot more fun.
Right.
We thought you were going to take like the fan cheers and fan boos or whatnot, like kind of like fueling your fire.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Make some threes drop.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I love that.
So I know this weekend you guys have 24th ranked Mayville. Is there anything that's going through your mind? Like I know that they have a national rank, but are they just going to be Mayville when we're playing them, or how is that going for you guys in practice?
I just feel like rankings don't really mean anything. I just feel like. Oh, what happened?
No.
Oh, you're good.
You're
You're
good.
good.
Rankings don't really mean anything. It's just you got to go out and play. It's just play your game, and whatever happens, happens. But I feel like we really have a good advantage being at home and just the way we're playing and our confidence and everything like that.
Good. Good. That's exciting. And
It is.
it's always kind of nice being the underdog in a situation, right? Yeah.
Makes you work harder.
Yeah, exactly. And just like that mentality change too, I think that's going to be really good coming into this Mayville game. So it'll be exciting to see. Other than yourself, this is kind of a fun question. Who, in your opinion, is the best basketball player of all time?
Either LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Which, well, like
You have to pick
you
one.
gotta pick.
Okay, LeBron. LeBron's good at
All right.
everything. Scoring, defense, rebounding, everything. He's more all-around player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think that like the times have, you know, like if LeBron would have been playing against Michael Jordan, what do you think?
I don't know. That's the tough question.
That's a tough question,
If
huh?
they were
I guess
able to
we'd
play
have to-
one-on-one, who do you think's winning?
LeBron.
Oh,
No?
no, I agree. I think I agree.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got the GOAT Michael Jordan, who is, I think, is the undisputed GOAT of the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to think about LeBron, though, how big he is,
That,
what he
that
can
is
do.
true. That is true.
The real question is who would win in a one-on-one with you two?
Oh, Coulter.
Montel, are you kidding
Coulter.
me?
Coulter.
I'm down one arm, so I'm pretty sure Montel's winning right now.
I think with two arms. With 2 arms, I think you could. I think you
Yeah,
could handle
Coulter
him.
I mean, I'd
Definitely
destroy
got
you in the post. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Coulter got me.
So, as you saw with Gresh, we ask this question all the time. This is a staple question of Hawk Talk, but what does DSU mean to you?
It means a lot. I actually really like coming here. I like everything about the school, everything about how I just like how we're all like friends and family. Like I really like that. Like I never had that. I just gone to like small schools, and I mean everyone knows each other at small schools, but like it just feels different. I really like it.
It's awesome.
Good, and it's fun to see, you know, someone that came in from another school feel so welcomed, and I know that that's been how it is for almost everyone that we've talked to on this show. But we want to thank you again for coming on. We did get you a shirt for coming on. It says, "I flew on Hawk Talk," right? Yeah, that's what it says. I don't know. I panicked. I thought it was something else for a second there.
That's sponsored by Movable Ministries as well.
Yeah, but thank you again for coming on, and the best of luck this season. We are going to be at your basketball game this weekend, so.
Because we got a surprise coming for the recap. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Montel, thank you for coming on. Good luck to everybody.
Yep.
Thank you.
We'll be back for a recap right after this. Welcome back. Colter and I are here, back for a recap.
Back for the recap. It's my first recap in a month, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah?
So, I mean, wrestling, they were at the Missouri Valley Invite. We had Gresh on, he placed third, Jamie Mullins placed fourth, and we had a whole bunch of other wrestlers, as in like Trey Fishback. I mean, Gresh talked about him, did really good at the Invite, so we're really happy for them. And then basketball, they played Viterbo in Viterbo, and that didn't quite go the way we wanted it to, but Hawks came back again on Saturday, and then we played Waldorf, got the W there, so that's all good for the Hawks.
Right, and I think it was really interesting getting to talk to one of the players about, you know, what their mentality change has been. Because, you know, in the past, if they lose that Friday night game, you know, the Saturday night game might be a little rough. But, you know, seeing them come back and competing so well, especially away and playing Waldorf, I think that was exciting to see. We saw Monte Carlo again with 16 points, and Kenny Jackson with 16 points as well. So
we got to get him on one of these days.
I know, we do.
Kenny Jackson, got to get you on Hawk Talk one of these days.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been doing great as well. As for girls basketball, they had the same schedule. They lost to Viterbo on Friday night, came back and won against Waldorf. Ashley Larson, I mean, she has just had such a great season so far. She had, I think this must be her personal high.
I think so.
Yeah, but it was 30 points. I mean, you can't really beat that, and she's been playing amazing. We need to get Ashley on too. Ashley, you're next. I want to give a big shout out to her. She has been just playing awesome. Defensively, we did see Dakota Dosh again, consistently getting those rebounds, and I think that she's kind of a defensive leader. So it's good to see.
It's really good. And then this weekend is the basketball. It's the alumni weekend. But along with the girls, it is also more than a game night, and that is honoring
Janae Moore.
Yep, Janae Moore. And then right after the game, there will be a social at 7. You can figure out where it will be on the DSU Heritage Foundation website for more information on that. And then along with that, we are going to have the first ever Blue Hawk Game Day basketball. That'll be so much fun.
Yep, the first one
Very
we have
excited.
indoors. We will have Seth and Susanna back with us. So
we're going to try and get some special guests on along with that.
Yep.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep, and the wrestling tournament is going to be on there.
Yes.
Wrestlers will be wrestling there too, so we'll be able to get a few of the wrestlers on depending on their schedule. Maybe we'll get Gresh back on.
Hope so.
If we're lucky.
Yes.
Again, as we've been talking about, we have the DSU Heritage Foundation Sweating for a Scholarship is coming up here on February 29th. They did come out with the theme, which is WWE wrestlers
From
of
the 1980s.
Yeah.
Which are super cool. We're talking about all the WWF gods, such as like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm so excited I can barely talk. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it'll be really fun, especially with that kind of a fun theme. I think it'll be good to see some of the costumes that come out, and the people win if they have the best costume. They win a scholarship. So
but this is all for getting scholarships to the DSU students, which is awesome.
Yeah, and definitely worth it. If you need more information about that, go ahead and call Seth at the Heritage Foundation at 701-483-2486, or you can send him an email his way too. Thank you again for another great week of Hawk Talk. We had 2 amazing guests on,
Really
and
good.
we're excited to have our first Hawk Talk game day show
basketball.
for an indoor sport, so it'll be good to see.
And I'm really happy to be back here. I've spent way too long from Hawk Talk, and I'm really glad to be back.
Yep, and as always, Hawks are up.